Hi guys, I just want to finish up a couple of things from the notes from yesterday to make sure that we have an understanding of a few things. Um, let me see if I can fix that. Okay, so this is problem number 7 in your notes. Um, right now, it's really just a typical distributing property, but I want to take a look at the results because this is going to pop up with factoring a little bit when we go backwards. So when I go to distribute and I apply it here and here, I'm going to get 16y to the fourth minus 4/3 y squared. And then when we go to distribute the negative 1/3, I pretty much get the same thing. This should be a plus. Negative 4/3 y squared, and then minus 1/9. Okay, now here's what we need to notice. This and this are the exact same term, but they're opposites. So what's going to happen? They cancel out. And what you're going to end up with is 16y to the fourth minus 1/9. And you end up with a binomial. And that's an important thing to understand and to kind of think about. Because if you look at the original problem, these two binomials, I want you to think about what's the same and what's different. And hopefully it's pretty obvious. They're the exact same terms, but they are opposite signs. And that's going to happen a lot. When we go backwards in factoring, this is going to be called, I'm going to refer to this as a dots question because it's the difference of two terms. Okay, and what's going to happen is those middle terms will always cancel out and leave you with 2. Okay, and then let's hop down to number 9 real quick. I just want to show you it doesn't have to necessarily be two quantities of polynomials that you're multiplying. Sometimes you can get multiple. How you need to approach this is you need to approach it 2 at a time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and distribute those first two polynomials to each other. And hopefully you notice something like you noticed in that last question. Same thing, different signs. So hopefully when we start distributing, we're going to see the middles cancel out. So plus 2y, and then we're going to go down here, and it's going to be minus 2y, and then minus 4. And sure enough, those middle terms cancel out. Now, one thing also, so now I drop it down, and I'm going to multiply it by the other one. This is interesting to look at and multiply because now these are exactly the same. Okay, so they're exactly the same. So two binomials are exactly the same. And what you would expect is when you go to do this, you're going to end up with some duplicates. See that in the middle? They're exactly the same, and that's to be expected. But your final answer is going to be y to the fourth minus 8y squared plus 16. So we end up with a trinomial. But again, we're going to look for patterns with this, especially when we start going backwards in factoring. If they're the same, notice that the outside, y squared, if I square it, it's y to the fourth. If I square 4, that's 16. And then think about this. 4 times y squared, and then double it. That's the middle. That's a key thing because there's 2 of them. You're just doubling that multiplication there. Okay, so make sure you kind of focus in on those two. Think about the patterns as you're kind of moving forward.